Hello there, and welcome to Dr. T for today, July the 15th. We are starting off at Stage 1, which you can see, isn't that scary. Land your tanks on the left-hand side, and you may see a wee little thank you note on your screen there. That's because I wanted to throw a great big thank you out to White Tiger, who gave me a fantastic idea. In the comments down under videos a couple videos ago, I don't know, a video ago, at some point in the recent past, recent history, recent present, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, so we're gonna get there in a little bit, I assure you, but you may have noticed stages 1 and 2 and 3 all in replay mode. Yes, my computer and I had a disagreement. I say I clicked the record button. My computer says I didn't click the record button. Unfortunately, regardless of how right I think I am, the computer won. So, I fortunately, partway through Dr. T, I realized, oh hey, what's going on? And I was able to start recording. Unfortunately, what this means is the first couple of levels are, not the greatest, because they're replays. So, also, coupled with my under-enthusiastic clicking of the record button, I guess, I was over-enthusiastic about closing windows, and unfortunately closed my little Cole's Notes list of all the HPs and all the things and the stuffs and the doohickeys. So I find myself not being able to really give you much information either on at least the first couple of levels. Fortunately, for 6 and 7, it's okay. So anyways, you'll see. You'll understand. You'll all see. Alright, so whatever stage this is, because I can't tell because it doesn't tell me, I don't know, stage 23 or something like that. As you can see, I threw down lots of critters, and really the whole game was, hey, let's see if we can kill this HQ before all the critters die. And lo and behold, one critter left. That's a win for us. Yeah. What? Which means I'm pretty sure that was stage 4, and this is now stage 5. For stage 5, I actually landed one boat of tanks, which I normally don't do, and I just wanted to do this because I wanted to show that if you're a regular stage 4 person, this week is your stage 5 chance. This is the chance you have of getting on in there and finishing a stage 5. Basically, this stage 5 is about as friendly as they come. Now, go up the right hand side, throw some GBE on the 2 sniper towers that basically sit on the corner of the HQ, and then after you take out a couple of mortars, which hopefully won't do that much damage to your tanks, you'll be able to set up shop, and you'll only have a couple rocket launchers throwing missiles at you, and no one really cares about rocket launchers throwing missiles at them when they're incredibly low level, and there's only 2 of them. So, let's carry on and win the internet with the remainder of our very fast-forwarded attack, and move on to stage 6. Now, stage 6 is where we get serious, and wham! Oh no. That's right. Stage 6 has 317,000 hit points on the HQ. It has 13,500 HP on the boom cannons and 18,500 on the shock launchers. And that's the idea that I was referring to So thank you very much, White Tiger. That's friggin' awesome. Anyone else has any ideas on things I can do to try and tweak and or improve my videos? Please definitely let me know, because I'm always looking for ways to make things better. As long as it doesn't involve something like, you should make an 8th stage of Dr. T, because that's not going to happen. I can't. I'm not allowed. Anyways, moving on. Stage 6, pretty straightforward, kind of tough, I'm not going to lie to you. There are some pretty nasty defenses that kind of line up through the whole, I guess, center of the base. And there are definitely some crazy as shit mines. The mines are all over the joint, and, well, yeah, so good luck. Basically, I ran up the left-hand side, went right into the corner. From there, I traveled back out towards the HQ, and I made pew-pew until I won. You know, pretty straightforward strategy. Go tanks. I don't know. I'm still frazzled from all of my technical difficulties. That's what I'm gonna go with. Now, the only thing I would suggest is watch out for the sniper towers, I guess, that are hanging out in the bottom right-hand corner of my screen there. You can kind of see it now right next to my gunboat energy. That sniper tower can reach out and tag one of your medics if you're not careful. Unfortunately, I was not careful. So, of course, medic down. But that's okay. We get through with all of our tanks, and that's the important part. Let's move on to Stage 7. Oh, baby. So, Stage 7 brings us full troops again, and has 538,000 hit points on the HQ. The boom cannons have 23,000 hit points, and the shock launchers have 26,000 hit points. So basically everything is burly as poop. And the good news is there's lots of them too. Oh wait, maybe that's not good news. Yeah, that's right. There's at least, and I went up the left-hand side. Now, the reason I went up the left-hand side is because there's a whole bunch of machine guns and flamethrowers and miscellaneous defenses that basically I can farm for GBE. You could go up and around the right-hand side, but there were more boom cannons and shock launchers, both really, that needed attention. And there were fewer buildings that allowed you to farm up the GBE that one might need in order to take out said horrible, nasty defenses. Now, if you have a whole bunch of GBE statues, by all means, go right-hand side. It's probably a lot quicker and a lot easier. If you're short and hurting on the GBE, though, your best bet is probably the left side. Now, what this means is you've got to cut through a lot of buildings, like a lot of defensive buildings. And it's nice because even though there are a fair number of sniper towers, they're spaced out to the point where they're not too incredibly horrible, and like the cannons are spread out and things like that. So you should be able to cut through with relatively little problem. However, it's just the fact that there's so freaking much of it. It's like walking through quicksand, just like, or oh yeah, like that really sticky like clay mud, where it's just like you stick your foot in and it'll sink in like a good 6 inches, and it's like a vacuum, like a suction cup when you try to pull your foot back out. It's just like, anyways. going through all these is kind of like that. Like every single building, because there's so much of a health boost, it slows you right down to a crawl. I want to say it was around 150%. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but it was definitely up there. I'm pretty much positive it was well over 100. And so, you know, every building gets that. It slows you down in the long run. But the good news is, eventually you will end up here. You will be able to turn on the cruise control, and you can just let the tanks bomb away for as long as, well, your battle timer, I guess, technically. And eventually, they will bring you to the lootgasm. And thank goodness for that, because I tell ya, I lost a couple of tanks on this, only 4 tanks I think technically, on this stage 7, but yesterday, that stage 7 was brutal. I need to make up for it. Anyways, guys, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful, hopefully it's been entertaining, and most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.